Is calling 2023 CR 3239, State of Texas versus Damon Thomas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
David Agers, attorney for the defendant, Judge.
All right, we are here for sentencing. He entered a plea of no contest to count 2 on October 5th. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find him guilty. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is silent on his application and punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the state.
No.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
We have one witness. Eric Benicio.
All right, then come forward. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Defense.
Now, Eric, how do you know Damon here today?
I'm known just from the neighborhood. I'm like around my neighborhood. I'm known for about 5 years.
And what do y'all do together?
So pretty much what he does is he does a lot of the strength and conditioning parts of my program. He does a lot of the mentoring with kids that are from the inner city. So that's pretty much what he's involved with.
And what's the name of your organization?
Line.
So when you say he works with the kids doing strength training, what exactly does that mean?
So pretty much, I've played basketball my whole life, so I do a lot of the skill training and stuff, and more of the intense. He's good with motivating kids and getting them to go. So I feel like that is a good way of them getting pushing them. And a lot of the kids that are not as skilled or not as in shape, he deals with a lot of those kids from kindergarten and all the way to 18 years old, senior high school.
And are all of the kids that you're involved with playing sports in their schools, or are there some that just come to participate?
Well, a lot of the kids in my program, I offer for ones that don't make their basketball teams, like the ones that are less fortunate. A lot of the people in this city want a lot of the kids that are, talented, and my focus and our focus is the ones that are, kind of forgotten.
And is the goal of your organization not only to help these kids physically, but emotionally to deal with life?
Yes, and that's a lot of the reasons why I like to deal with a lot of those kids, the ones that get cut, they get discouraged, and those are a lot of the kids that you see around here. Opportunity for a lot of kids that are, kind of go under the radar or kind of feel like they're left out.
So what you're trying to say is basically you keep them off the streets, you keep them busy doing something positive for their body, for their mind, for society?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen good results over the years that you've been working on this?
We since we started in 2013, we put 37 kids in college, and countless kids play around the city.
Do any of those kids ever return to try to help out?
So
with the program?
I have about 3 of my coaches that are former athletes in the program.
And how often per month does Damon work within your program?
He was there. He was there pretty much every day. Like I said, I at the time before he was arrested. Yes, sir.
And this group, do you see positive results from his work with the kids?
Well, some of them are new. A lot of kids I have now are new. But I think any kid that gets a little hands-on and has a type of attention to him is gonna see some type of you're gonna see some type of success in that child.
Would you say that both you and Damon are sort of filling in for absentee parents?
I would say we're there to support some kids. I'm not. One thing I do say is I'm not a parent. I'm a role model. A lot of these kids that do need help, I do say that we do. We are there for a lot of kids that are less fortunate. We are lucky enough to have a lot of the kids that have a great parents around them, which the parents are very good with both of us. So that's a great thing as well.
For the judge, right?
I've heard. Yes, I've heard.
And in spite of this, he's got an application to the judge, hoping that she will give him probation. So if she were to give him probation, would you still allow Damon, knowing that he's here on a drug charge, a serious drug charge, would you still allow him to work with the kids?
Yes, Damon has never showed that type of side ever to any of myself or my family or any of the families around, so I don't feel him at risk of anything. I think if anything, when he's around, I think a lot of parents feel safe. He's a protector sort of kind of person. So I feel like it's total opposite. I think he's a very good asset.
Jail for almost 10 months, right?
Yes, sir.
Almost 11. I'll tender the witness, Judge.
All right, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for what you do in the community.
Thank you so much.
Judge, my last witness would be Damon Thomas if he decides he wants to speak to the court.
All right, do you want to speak to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just so you know, before you speak to me, I've already read the police reports and I've read the PSI report. And I've read what you stated in the police report and I've read what you stated in the PSI report. So do you still wish to speak to me?
Yes.
All right, you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Thomas.
All right, defense.
So, Damon,
Probation, and if I was to mess up, I got to do a 360 and come stand right back in front of you again. And I don't believe you'll have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I think I learned my lesson and I need to do what I need to do because I got a lot of stuff going on. And my child's mother, she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So I got a lot going on right now.
Damon, do you think if the judge gives you probation, you can get a job that will continue to help you support not only yourself but your family?
Yes, sir.
Will you continue to work with Eric Nuncio and help the kids in the community?
Yes, sir. The beginning to the end.
And Damon, you understand that the judge has looked at your record. It's a horrible record, isn't it?
Yes.
You've made
I'd
a lot
like
of
to be proud of it.
You made a lot of mistakes.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell the judge that is different in you now than all those years of you making mistakes and committing crimes and or going to prison?
Well, I can say you live and you learn, and as you get older, you become wiser, and you understand that in and out of incarceration is the wrong way to go, you know, because you got, like I say, I got these kids watching me. I'm like in a microscope, you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't look good on me as a person or a human, especially with dealing with these kids. And
Your mistake.
yes.
What's going to be different that you don't put yourself in these kinds of mistakes in the future?
I'm gonna stay out of the projects. I'm gonna stay out of the projects, cause that's the wrong place to be. Cause at the end of the day, with this situation, it was kind of like being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everything kind of really fell back on me. So I know that I got to move differently in the world.
You're asking the judge for this one last chance for probation.
Yes, sir. I'm asking this boy to give me another chance at society, because again, if I fail.
Any questions? All right, so I'm reading the police report. And in the police report, it says that you admitted to owning the clothes and shoes found in the apartment closet.
No, ma'am.
And then it says that you admitted to the illegal narcotics being yours.
No, ma'am.
I think what happened is there's a video, Judge, where he's being interviewed by the detective that executed a search warrant at this location that Damon didn't live in. He was in a relationship with a woman that lived at the location. And when they executed the search warrant, Damon had been talking to one of the people at the house, asked him about that, and he admitted that he was holding it. And that's where they take it that he admitted.
Okay.
So he still was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He still was putting himself in a position where he should not have been judged. He should have known better. He knows that. He's made a lot of mistakes, but he's an older man now. He finally had things settled down, working with this group, this youth group, and he's hoping that you'll give him that chance. He'll stay away from everyone in that neighborhood.
I've internalized everything that was said. I'm not going to grant your application. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Taking consideration 7004737177551, and I'll ask for the therapeutic community. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. I gave you something better than what you pled for. You do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Off the record. Here's the thing. I know 5 years is a lot of time. Anytime you do a day in custody is a lot of time. You're going to have to make better use of your time. And when you are released from prison, you need to make sure that you stay on the path to be around people who are doing the right things. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you, Judge.
welcome.